We start with the tenses. We will do tenses today. It is very important, you know. Tenses is very important because it tells us about the action. It tells about the time of action when that action was performed. And time, you know, time is of three kinds always. That is present, past, and future. Here are three kinds. Next, subdivisions of all these three are four. Four subdivisions are there. Means the same will be for present, past, and future. Rules will be different, but three subdivisions are there. First is indefinite tense, which is called simple also, simple present, the same simple past and simple future. Indefinite. Next is continuous. That will be same for present continuous, past continuous, and future continuous. Okay. Next is perfect. Third one is perfect, present perfect, then past perfect and future. There are four subdivisions of each kind of the tenses. Next is beta, perfect continuous. Perfect continuous tense. Now the question is, how we will learn to fill which tense to use which tense in the sentence given. Means you will be asked to, and in English always, we should be aware. We should be careful about the use of the tenses. For example, beta, you want to tell about something happened in the past and you are using present tense. Then you are not using or the proper or correct message will not be conveyed to the reader or the listener. Now, during this module and the coming classes sessions, we'll be learning the use of these tenses one by one, which tense we will use in which sentence or to convey what message we want to convey. We should be careful about the use of tenses very much because it tells you about the action of time of the action. Now let's start with the first form, that is present indefinite. Here we will use this present indefinite tenses. Yes, Vera. Now before going for the rule of the formula, if you remember, I always ask you to make a tenses chart. I'll show you the that PPT also, where that chart is given, and you will make that tense chart in that form. Okay. Now, for this present simple present indefinite, we should learn the formula better. Formula means how it is used. Fine. But first thing is we need to check where it is to be used. Where we will use this present indefinite tense. Now this present indefinite tense is used for the sentences. Where we will use this? It is used for the habitual action. Habitual action. Habitual actions means what I usually do. I go to school on foot. I go to school by bus. I usually sleep at 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock like this. That is habitual action. Means मैं ऐसा करता हूँ. Now beta, how you can just recall to your mind that these kind of sentences, general, they are ending by करता हूँ. Fine. हिंदी में अगर आप इसको लर्न करते हैं तो मैं ये काम ऐसे करता हूँ. I usually, I generally, I frequently means what we do, that becomes our habit, that is the habitual action. Now, next is For general truth, general truth, scientific truth, now geographical truths also beta. Means for truths, we can say. General truth, universal truth means the sun rising in the east. These are general, then scientific, and then you can say geographical. Geographical in the sense means you can say for general truth, the sun rises in the east, which is general for all, which will never change with the passage of time. That is general truth. Scientific truth means at this degree the water freezes, at this degree the ice melts. इतने पे ये हो जाता है. अगर हम ये करते हैं, switch on करते हैं, तो ये ऐसा होता है. When you do some kind of experiments, when you will write the science experiments, you will learn, you will see that how you explain the experiments done in the science, your practical notebooks and all. You will describe ऐसा होता है, ऐसा होता है. That will be written in the present tense. Next is geographical truth in this. In these, when we talk about mountains, when we talk about the peak, from the peak of the height, it happens like this. That is geographical. Now, the rules of these. For beta these habitual actions, for general truths, for scientific truths, we use this present indefinite tense. But what we should consider of, what we should be concerned of. Fine. Rules of that is S or ES plus V1. It means where we use first only V1, we have to use first form of the verb. Next is S or ES. S or ES means with singular subject we will use S or ES. But with the plural subjects, singular means he or any. He, she, it, these are the pronouns. Then any other noun or pronoun, singular noun or pronoun, we will use S or V1 plus S or ES. And with the plural in pronouns, they are we, they, but, I, and you. These are accepted. But you is used for one person and more than one person also. So I is singular, but with I always first form of the verb is only used. Now plural pronouns we, they, then boys, girls, or any other plural subject. We are supposed to use first form of the verb. Now about the negative form. Where we will use this S or ES, there we will use does not. In negative or interrogative form, we use do and does. Where we will use this do with the plural. Where we use V1. Where we use V1 only, there we will use this do not. Fine. And where we have to use this ES with singular subject, pronoun or noun or pronoun, where we will use this does not. Where we use does. Clear? So now we will be having with the exercises. You are having many good exercises in your book. And there are so many sentences, but I will try to concise them. We will be doing. Let me see how many exercises are there. I'll send you the homework and you will do accordingly. Fine. Those you can do in the book itself. You will just pick and fill the verb here. You will have to fill the verb only. Next we have. Okay, I will take data indefinite form of all. I think you have that present. First chapter is for present. Fine. First chapter is for present. So let's go for the present. Second is continuous tense. Present continuous. Beta, always remember this is present. Otherwise, the same will be for all. The same will be for all. Means continuous means present continuous. Continuous means the action is going on. When we talk about means अगर we present है it means this action is going on at the time of your speaking. This action is going on. It has not stopped. Fine. When you talk, he is sleeping. Means you are speaking and you are talking about him, and he is sleeping at this time. It is continuous. And about this past continuous tense means you talk about the past time action. You talk about the past action which continued. He was sleeping when I reached his home. Somewhere it will be in conjunctive form. You will be describing a particular part of the time when he was doing this. And from future, you think of. We'll talk about the formulas also. But one thing you need to keep in mind that somewhere continuous will remain same. It means in progress. It is called the progressive tense also. Next we have perfect. Perfect is about the action that has just finished. इसमें याद रखना बेटा. Recently past. It is talked about the recent past. No doubt. Now this present perfect. No doubt. It is called perfect. In past perfect you will also see it is present perfect, but somewhere it is about the action which has just finished. Immediate past. So in other words, it is called immediate past. Immediate past means when you talk about it has just finished. I have finished my home assignment. Means you meet your friend and you just tell him, मैंने तो काम कर लिया है. I have finished. I have done it. Fine. There we use this present perfect, that is immediate past. Clear? We are not talking about the very past. There is difference in present perfect and past indefinite. Past indefinite is the time. Now let's see. You will be having this kind of comparison. Past indefinite and present perfect. But the past is what happened. There is gap. There is gap. In the sense means for example, you meet your friend in the evening, fine, and you tell him, I went to the temple in the morning. I went to see my grandpa in the morning. Means there was gap. There was time space. But present perfect tense means when you have just finished. I have done. So this is the main difference of present perfect and past indefinite. Means the adverb. From adverb we can get it. For example, yesterday. This tense is, but remember, somewhere by use of adverb, from the adverb only we can recognize the tenses. When there is yesterday, when there is last time. Fine. These kind of adverbs are used. Last week. Fine. These kinds of adverbs are used. Means there is great time space. But this is immediate past. Present perfect is used for the immediate past when you talk about and you have just finished. Fine. Then there is perfect continuous tense. Now we talk about particularly this perfect continuous tense. Very important. Continuation is shown by ing. That you know. This ing in English, it represents the continuation of the action. Continuous means for present continuous, for past continuous, and what is the difference here then? Means when you read this sentence, you will be getting ing. But what is the difference? The difference is that time is involved here. Here is time mentioned. वो इतने टाइम से ये कर रहा होगा. Sorry. इतने टाइम से ये कर रहा है. Fine. Now, for this perfect continuous tense, what is required? This for and since. For and since, very important. And the rule is Let us talk about, these are very close, so I discussed the past indefinite and perfect. Now this continuous, present continuous and perfect continuous. ठीक है बेटा? Now the rule of this present continuous is and R plus V1 plus IN. Fine? He is writing a letter. He is reading a book. Simple. Fine? You are talking about and he is doing this. Now the difference is that here we mention the time. In present perfect tense, here we will use this present perfect continuous tense. There the time is mentioned. Now the rules. Particularly now, let's learn the rules of this present perfect continuous. The difference is here we use has, have, plus be, plus V1, plus ing, plus for and since. But this is a proper formula of present perfect continuous. As we use in perfect, with single subject we use has, with plural subject in perfect we use have. But here single subject has plus be plus first form of the verb plus ing and for. For with the time. I'll tell you. There we use for and here we use since. Now let's see about this use of for and since. This for is used for the time, for example, a day. He has been trying on this for a day. He had been working on this project for a day. Fine. But when we mention the particular day, for example, Monday, when we have to mention the particular day, there we use since. Let me write the sentence also. Let me make more clear. Yes, Rita. For example, he has been writing this anyhow. Then we can write for 5 days. 5 days or 1 hour. I will show you the comparison. Clear? Now, when we are writing 5 days, we will use for. But when we are writing particular day, 5 days means we can say from yesterday, from Monday, they will write since and particular day, Monday. Here, when we write, for example, month, here when we use month, the word month, then we can use this for. But when we have to use particular month, we mention particular month, for example, the previous month, that is June. There we can write since. We have been working on this project since June. These were June se kar raha hai. For example, 1 hour. For 1 hour, and then we have to mention the time. For example, 12 o'clock. There we will use since. There we will use since. So this is the main thing which we have to keep in mind, the difference of for and since. Yes, sir. Now about past. Past indefinite, I told you that is about past. What happened in the past, the facts of history. It is the time that is gone, the action that happened in the past. That is yesterday, last week, last night, means at least it is being that. Last night, like this. Fine? Now, when we use This past indefinite, we should keep in mind we are supposed to use second form of the verb. We do. We will use second form of the verb. Now, when the second form of verb we are using in the negative, we will use did not. Remember, this did not is also second form of do. So we have applied the formula. But with this did not, remember, we will use we do. Second form of the verb. We will use second form of the verb. Now, for this past tense, next is continuous. Remember, we are talking about the past. Past, simple past or past indefinite. Next we do continuous. Continuous means when you talk about the facts or the action about a particular time that he was writing. Here we use in case of Isaiah, we use was word plus V1 plus ing. He was writing the letter, he was doing his work when I visited him. Fine? Next is perfect. Now they are very important. Past perfect. Past perfect is the tense. It is past in past. Remember, when we have to mention double past. Many students, they get confused in this beta. It is very important tense. What is important about it? That we need to remember. It is past in past. Past in past tense means when we have to mention no past. Past one, past two. Fine? Now the past one means this past indefinite. Past one is past indefinite. This is indefinite. I went to his home yesterday. I went to his home yesterday. Now when I have to include, it is a passing past. He had finished his work. He had finished his work when I visited him. This is past in past. Here we will use past perfect. But a past perfect is used when we have to mention about the action that is past in past. Pichla past means it started and it ended in past. That will be the great past. Past in past is for both things. And here we will use past perfect tense. He had finished. If you see, let's see an example. Past perfect, for past perfect, the train had left the station when I reached there. Now see what I can do. The train had left the station when I reached there. It means when I reached the station, the train had left. That action was complete before my arrival. If you are given two blanks here, better use correct form of the tense. Fine? These two words will be given to you. That is read and reach. Fine? These two words are given in the bracket. Then how will you fill? Well, here I have to use this read and there this past perfect and there past indefinite. Fine? The train had left the station. You can't say that you had reached the station when the train left. No, the train had left the station when I reached there. Means मेरे वहां पहुंचने से पहले जब मैं वहां पे पहुंचा तो ट्रेन जा चुकी थी. Right? So this is very important. It is about the past in past. Remember, two past are usually action on top of two action. Yes, beta. Yes, बच्चे. So we were doing past perfect. Then again past perfect continuous, the same. Means you talk about the past action when it started with time. And the rule of this is past perfect continuous. Means when we talk about the time, it includes time. Always remember beta. He had been doing. He had been doing. Now let's come to the future tense. Future tense is used for the action that is to be accomplished in